Hey, what's up everyone? This is Josh with Movies Please. Today I want to talk about Injustice, the new animated film from DC. For the past couple of weeks, I've seen people on Twitter posting reactions, and the reactions have not been great. Uh, People have been describing this as a disaster, one of the worst animated movies DC has made. And so I went into Injustice expecting like the worst of the worst, the way people have been talking. The truth is, it's not that bad, but it depends on what you are looking for. If you're looking for a really, how do I put this, in-depth adaptation, a faithful adaptation of the Injustice storyline, you're probably going to be disappointed. The Injustice storyline, of course, is very expansive. For those who don't know, I won't spoil the Injustice storyline, but the Joker tricks Superman into doing something horrible, like really awful. And Superman, it just sets him off. It's kind of like when Joker tricked Harvey Dent and turned Harvey Dent evil, but as that times 1,000, Superman just loses it. And he kind of becomes almost like a dictator in a way. He has good intentions, I'll put it that way, but he really goes overboard in trying to deliver justice. And of course, some members of the Justice League, they just remove themselves from the situation. And then you have people like Wonder Woman who they take Superman's side. Wonder Woman kind of views him as like a godlike figure. I think she's kind of like, yes, finally a Greek god-like figure stepping up to the plate and really showing these humans something. I mean, that's kind of how it comes across in the movie, at least. But then you have Batman with his no-kill rule, and he's like, whoa, Superman, you are way out of line here. Just saying it, yeah, there's a lot there. This is a great setup. But the problem is that epic story that a lot of people have read or seen or played in a video game, they try to contain it in this small, relatively fast DC animated movie, and it just, so much is lost. I'm really puzzled why DC didn't make this a two-parter. Why would they make The Long Halloween a two-parter and not this? And I'm not complaining about I wish they need to just make the movies longer. I mean, it seems like 9 times out of 10, whenever people are talking about these DC animated movies, the ultimate complaint is it's just not long enough to do the story justice. In this case, so much of the Injustice storyline is left on the cutting room floor. And it's not just that, the movie has no time to breathe. When the movie begins, Superman is in bed with Lois Lane, and he hears a heartbeat, and he realizes that Lois is pregnant. And the way it plays out, yeah, that should have been an incredibly moving moment. We should have felt what Superman is feeling. But instead, they treat this opening with such speed that it's almost comical in a way. Superman is in bed, and I'm not trying to make fun. I hate being mean, but I'm going to be a little bit mean here. Superman's in bed, and he hears this heartbeat. And the way he reacts, I was like, what's wrong with him? He's just like, this is what he does in the movie. He's like, Lois. And it's like, what the heck? What are they doing here? You almost imagine them in the sound booth. The director or whoever was telling the actor, Justin Hartley, okay, Superman, he's got to be really flustered, so make him sound flustered. And Justin, I can't imagine those sound booth sessions, those recording sessions last very long. So Justin's like, and the director's like, perfect, that'll work. It's like, are you sure you don't want another take? No, we need Superman to sound just like an idiot in this opening. And then Superman, after he realizes Lois is pregnant, he picks her up off the bed and flies above the bed and gives her a kiss. And just just jerks her out of bed, flies up, just kisses her right. It's not moving. At least not to me. I think it came across very comical. And again, if you were moved by it, I'm not trying to be mean. If you're moved by it, awesome. But as we've seen in a lot of other animated films, when you want something to be moving, you got to take a little bit of time. These DC animated films, they don't allow time. They just, we got to hit the next beat. Come on, we got to keep moving. Got to keep it under. We have a budget, so we got to keep this thing under 90 minutes. The same way at another part of the movie. Batman, I'm not going to spoil anything, but Batman kisses someone. And the way it happens, I understand why he does it. Batman has had this kind of a, I don't know if you'd call it an epiphany, but he has this moment where he realizes what's important in life, and he wants to share with someone how he feels about them. And so he kisses them, but it's done in a way where it's just almost, I won't say out of nowhere, but there's like such a quick build up that when he finally just pulls her forward and smooches her or whatever, or kisses her, it's like you don't. It's again, it's almost comical in a way how it happens. And granted, part of it I think is him still in the costume with the growly voice and all this, and he just does it. But we've seen Batman kiss before. I mean, it's how it's done in a lot of those in Batman the animated series. I think they did it a couple of times, like in maybe one of the movies, and we've seen it before. It can be done in a way. It's like, okay, no big deal. But here, this epic storyline, they're trying to just keep it moving, got to keep it moving. And so some of these beats just, they don't play like they should, I think. Let's talk about the casting. I think Justin Hartley, after that opening, I thought I was going to hate that performance. But he's okay as the movie progresses. Batman, Anson Mount voices him. He sounds like Batman. Kevin Conroy created the template, and so I feel like most people just try to follow that kind of, which is fine with me, no complaints. I think the only casting that really didn't, to me at least, come off exactly right was Joker, but I get that they're going for an older Joker, but here, to see all the other characters, like, okay, I get some, that these characters are not exactly, a lot of them aren't exactly in their prime, this is a somewhat older Batman, a somewhat older Joker, but Joker moves and sounds like an 80-year-old man almost. And I was shocked to see the actor who plays him is Kevin Pollak. Probably a lot of you, that means not as much as to someone my age, in my age group. But, I'll just put it, he's one of the bigger cast members. So, and again, I get it. Okay, this Joker's a little bit older. He's a little bit weathered. Even in his dialogue, he mentions, kind of alludes to the fact that he's been going at it with Batman for a long time, so he wanted to play on easy mode and take on Superman. That's the way he puts it, which is a great way to put it. I really like that that bit of dialogue there. But it's just he comes across very old here, and that didn't quite work for me. Not when everyone else, not when Harley and Batman and all the other characters just seem like their usual selves, more or less. But so overall, would I recommend the movie? Well, I mean, it's pretty simple. If you loved Injustice, the comics or the video game, and you want something that sticks to those items, yeah, you're not going to like this. You're probably not going to like this. If you're okay with an adaptation kind of veering away from its source material, you might like this animated film. I did. I would give it 3 out of 4 stars. I think it was pretty good. Now, again, a lot of people on Twitter are making this sound like the worst DC animated film they've ever seen. And maybe, granted, maybe I went in with such lowered expectations because of it. But I don't think that's the case here. I think overall, it is a good movie that could have been a great film. Like most of these DC animated films, I think it's a good movie that could have been a great one if it just had more room to breathe, if it had more room to expand on some details and some character arcs, because there are a lot of characters involved in this. The movie does a pretty great job juggling, given how many characters there are here. This would have been better as a miniseries for HBO Max, and I don't. When Warner Brothers has so many options for releasing these, for distributing this material, I don't know why they say, let's stick with the 84-minute, or however long this is, the 80-some minute animated film. Let's stick with that. Give it a miniseries on HBO. Let this material, adapt it, let it breathe, because there's a lot of stuff that they're not including in these adaptations. But overall, I liked Injustice. That's my opinion. Take it for what you want, but I hope you enjoyed the movie, because I did for the most part. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this review, please click like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Until next time, this has been Josh with Movies Please. Thanks for watching.